Chasing women equals losing women. The minute she senses you're getting desperate for her, or that you have fear of losing her or making the wrong move, it's like she just turns around instantly. Because this essentially tells a woman that you've placed her on a huge pedestal. It shows her that you think she's better than you and you feel inferior to her. That kills all her respect for you. And it actually shows her that you have no other options. Women can't be drawn to a man that has no other options and that they can't respect.
Beta males marrying used up women over 30. Okay? I feel like I really need to do this coaching video, guys, because you guys who are finally at a place in your life where you're in your 30s, or maybe you're in your 40s now, and you're finally at a place where you are financially successful, your career is set, you know, you might have a home, you might finally have the cars that you want, and life is finally in order. The last thing you should do is go and save some used up hag over 30 who's now past her prime, who is trying to get married because now she's hit her epiphany. Because as I've told you guys, the day a woman turns 30, on her 30th birthday, she comes to this very frightening realization that she has just wasted away her entire 20s dating the bad boys, dating the alpha males, the jerks, the guys who never call her back. And now that she realizes that she never got anything out of that, going forward, she's going to be focusing on the beta males, all those guys that she used as an emotional tampon, all those guys that she ignored back then, all those guys that were invisible to her, basically you. And she's gonna be looking at you like, yep, you're the one. Let's get married. I'm ready to do this. I've had my fun. I'm ready to do this. You ever see women's like online dating profile? These women over 30. I've had my fun. I'm ready for a real relationship. Oh, now you are? Now you're ready for a real relationship. Well, guess what? It's too late. Okay, it's too late. Because now you have nothing of value to trade. Right? That's how society works. You have to have something of value to trade. And this is why women, we call them good women, right? Who are young, hot, that cash in their chips early. They don't try to ride out their 20s, right? They don't try to ride it out like a bad hand at a blackjack table. They don't try to ride that shit out. Instead, they cash it in because they're smart, right? They cash it in with the best man they could find. They're smart. But these other women who don't do that, we tend to call these women damaged goods, right? I've done a coaching video on this called Damaged Goods, women over 30 who don't get married, who are still out there, single, partying, right? Pathetically, still out there at the bars and clubs in their 30s and 40s, getting snickered at, getting laughed at by these 20-somethings that are half their age, right?
Let me tell you something about a woman. She can't stand a man that ain't got no work in him. He's a weak man to a woman. He's a sorry man. He's a lazy man. He's a pathetic man if you're not willing to work for what you desire. That's what a woman wants. A man that's willing to work, regardless of what's said, what's thought, the circumstances, the environment. But she wants a man that's willing to work.
Myron Gaines saving men.
They thought they were helpless. They didn't know what was going on with women. Why does she not like me? Why is she divorcing me? Why is she taking my money? Why is she taking my kids? Why is she doing this? I did everything right. Oh my God, I followed what I was told. I was a good guy. I got on one knee. I married her. I didn't sign a prenup. I gave her a home. I worked. I gave her kids. I gave her everything she wanted. But she's still Tyrone or Chad. Or she's leaving me and I don't know why. And it's because a lot of you guys, a lot of men, are painfully blue-pilled. People like Louis. I guarantee you guys, I've saved more lives than Louis Theron has, by far. Okay? Because his way of approaching and dealing with women is precisely what gets me. Because they come in on this ideology, they come in with this fantasy, this fairy tale fantasy that women are sugar and spice and everything nice.
Yes. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. Hope you guys have a great night.
Yes, we have a question for you.
Okay.
So, which girl is gonna get a next bag from you?
we don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We don't need them. But it's interesting. I'm almost doing it in some cases, not because we need them, but because I want to find out how they react. Because I've been saying for years that if we ever did need them, they won't be there. Not all of them, but they won't be there. I was very surprised with the United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom, 2 weeks ago, I said, why don't you send some ships over? And he really didn't want to do it. I said, you don't want to do it. We've been with you. You're our oldest ally. And we spend a lot of money on, NATO and all of these things to protect you. I mean, we're protecting them. We're working with them on Ukraine. Ukraine's thousands of miles away, separated by a vast ocean. We don't have to do that, but we did it. Well, Biden did it. I mean, I have to be honest with you. Biden got taken to the cleaners. But we worked with them in Ukraine. We don't need to work with them in Ukraine. And then they tell us that we have a mine ship around, and they don't want to do it. I think it's terrible. No, I was very surprised. I told him, we requested 2 aircraft carriers, which they had, and he didn't really want to do it. And then right after the war essentially ended, meaning they were obliterated, he said, I would like to send the aircraft carriers. I said, I don't need them after the war has ended and won. I need it before the war. So I was very upset not upset, I was not happy with the UK. I think they'll be involved, yeah, maybe. But they should be involved enthusiastically. We've been protecting these countries for years with NATO, because NATO is us. You can ask Putin. Putin fears us. He has no fear of Europe whatsoever. He fears the United States of America and the military that was built by me in the first term.
If you're fucking a girl and your pussy smells, you're gonna continue?
Yeah?
Brother, what?
What are you gonna do?
Send her home.
Nah.
Tell her to fix her pH balance.
Dude, I feel like you wouldn't have the balls to do that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would do it anyway.
I saw the hottest man I've ever seen at a Trader Joe's today, and I didn't know how to process it. He walked into my aisle, and we made eye contact, and I immediately had a visceral physical response to turn the fuck around, put my things down, I only had like 2 things, and just walk away as fast as I could, far away from this man. It was like a flight or fight response, and I walked outside, and I turned the corner, and I sat on a bench next to a homeless man until I thought he was gone. And I was all hot, and I was flushed. And, it felt good to feel like butterflies again, and like so giddy and girly and hormonal. It's like good to know it's possible, but also that's not the kind of thing I'm trying to feel in a relationship. So I just wanted to get as far away from it as I can, and it's been a very interesting experience for me that's how I reacted.
If somebody is treating you less than you would treat yourself, you walk away, chat. You gotta start teaching lessons by silence, you know what I mean? Being able to walk away from people that don't respect you and that don't see the value in you, walk away from them instead of like even arguing or trying to convince them to fuck with you. A lot of times you guys get caught up because y'all care. Y'all get caught up in convincing people to really like you instead of like allowing the people around you that naturally do that.
Las morras quieren amor a la antigua después de haber pasado por 25 vergas que no las tomaron en serio. Uy, no, las morras al principio dicen yo estoy muy joven para eso. Es cuando ya pasaron por varios hombres que no las tomaron en serio que dicen, la verga, nadie me va a tomar en serio y entonces ahora sí, ¿dónde están los buenos hombres? Ahora sí me quiero casar y tener hijos y amor a la antigüita.